tiger face. Lemon face. Ooh, tiger face. Nice job, Little Lee. Thank you for the extra cup of espresso this morning.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Welcome for tuning in today. We do apologize for the technical difficulties we had yesterday.
Yes,
Not sure why we had any of those, but welcome back today. It is a wonderful day today. We have an awesome show today. We have breaking news for you that we're going to jump in right onto the bat, and we'll have some other pieces to get into so that you can learn. Today, you're going to solve and cure depression using technology. And second, we're going to talk about who is iROSA. iROSA. So you got two things you're going to learn today, and you're going to want to share this with everybody that you know because it's coming up immediately. But before we can get there, we do have breaking news just off the outcoasts of America. Most of you were learning about, as we talked about on the show a while ago, that Greenland must be protected. They have 56,000 people there. We could give each of them $1 million and move them to Texas. They would love it.
Yes, they
or
would.
they could head over to the Northeast. But the point is, China and Russia, who all of the world stands united against letting take over other countries, is making active aggressions. Very much so that it's put our national security at risk. How much, you ask? Well, today, right now, you're probably seeing this across the other news channels. A Russian tanker has just been captured. It has been sitting out there for a while. It has been under warning. And this morning, America made the move. We have successfully captured it. It is in America's, I don't know where we have a Navy truck yard type scenario. I'm not sure what pound we are taking that to. We'll get back to you with more.
Yes.
What do you think, little lady?
I think they're going to use that as their advantage and steal their Russian vehicle, and they put it in American.
Oh, we probably won't use it. We've got better fleets, I think. But you're right. We will observe it. We will see what knowledge is on there, see what we can learn from that information, and we'll get back to you with more details as the U.S. releases information on that. But we wanted to get you that breaking news. You will see more about that today. One of the more important pieces of what is going on today is our technology, and we do want to get into that. But before we get into the technology that's going to help cure depression and already is, let's start with helping our brain by learning something today.
Ooh.
Now, we are going to talk about the spacewalk, but before we get there, before we talk about the launch tomorrow, let's talk about what's going on, guys.
What's going on?
The word is solar array.
Solar array.
Okay, now for a bunch of you gamers and dads out there, every game that we play right now, there's solar arrays everywhere because, the future requires solar power.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to use power now because we're already here. The data centers can't hold it. We've got different ideas out there. The current administration said that they were thinking about using the nuclear reactor subs or the aircraft carriers that we have just kind of chilling, using those to help provide extra power here in the U.S. into some of those data centers. So there's some short-term, temporary, brilliant fixes of using equipment we already have that could be put to much better use.
Yeah.
Addy, will you please tell us, what is iROSA? iROSA.
About 60 feet long by 2 feet, 20 feet wide when open.
All right, so this is a huge rollout of solar panels, guys. We're talking solar panels 60 feet by 20. That's huge. Keep going, sweetie. The purpose is going to be to upgrade the solar arrays.
Discharged.
We didn't practice reading with her at all. Sorry about that, guys. It's going to be designed to upgrade the ISIS power system, benefit the station power. Oh, no, I'm not going to read this one for you. You know this one. The benefit is it's going to increase station power
generation.
Oh, yeah. Are we looking forward to that?
Yeah.
Oh, man, guys, we're already putting out good power, but this is going to increase it. Now, let's talk a little bit about that increase, Addy. Here you go.
30%.
Whoa. 30% power increase, guys. That's a lot of power.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Well, let's talk about how that's going to happen. Are they just sending a bunch of robots up there, Addy?
No.
That's right. That's because we have a wonderful and awesome first of the year tomorrow morning for you guys to tune in as early as 6. They'll be live with it. We've got our spacewalk. Woo! It could be, space float, right? I mean, they're floating in space. They're doing a little spacewalk. It's not a dance move, guy. This is not the 2026 new trendy dance move, right?
Right.
What would you show me what the spacewalk would look like if it was the dance move? Yeah, that just doesn't go with the beat. That's a slow beat. Yeah. Let's talk about the real spacewalk. Taking place tomorrow, which is Thursday, January 8th. We have U.S. Spacewalk 94 outside the International Space Station, as you guys know, ISS. Now, this is Expedition 74 with the 278th spacewalk. Addy, could you please read us where they're going?
In low Earth orbit.
Yeah, climb out just outside of that. Woo, right in that safe zone.
Yep. Orbit speed about 7,500 miles per hour.
Wow, 17,500. You want to read that again, little lady?
Yep. About 17,500 miles per hour.
That is fast.
Really?
You can't go that fast on land right now.
No.
You got to be up in the air.
Yeah.
That is a super speed. Man, that is going.
Whoosh.
So we got some special people going. We have some records being set here for the spacewalk tomorrow. You are going to want to watch. Mike, tell us about Mike, Addy.
Mike Franks.
Sorry for missing your name out there, Mike.
Sorry. 10th spacewalk ties NASA world's most.
That's right. Mike Finks is tying the current world record set at 10, and he's going to be the tiebreaker. So he's got more on the books, and he's got more coming. But right now, he is tying with tomorrow's launch. And everything's clear right now. He's healthy as a goat, and he's ready to get up there and become the GOAT. Now, we also have another special candidate. She's a little bit of I shouldn't say rookie, but I will say we have someone's first spacewalk. Tell us about it, Addy. Xena, the warrior princess.
Xena Carman's.
Xena Cardman's got her first spacewalk, and it's going to be a good one.
Not the first woman, that's her first.
That's right. Now, the start time is going to be 8 a.m. We expect this to do 6 hours and 30 minutes. You're going to have a wonderful day tomorrow as you guys are getting to work and you're getting about your business. You're going to see them launch into space as you launch into the environment. And then the rest of the day, they're going to be out there getting this done. There's going to be live tapes. There's going to be some video coming. We'll throw some links under the show so that you can click on that after the show. But we'll take care of it tomorrow as well. Expect a healthy update from us tomorrow morning. Now, the goal, obviously, is to increase the power generation.
Yep.
And they are going to get that done. Is that right?
Yes, they are.
Now, we're excited about that, guys. It's really nice to see America taking, not control, but getting out there and leading the way in the sci-fi world. We have a lot of TV shows and a lot of movies. Those of you who watch Stargate.
Ooh, I love Stargate.
You know what's going on. But
Yeah.
the government and the military have to work together in both the public and the private sector to try to, make that progress.
Yeah.
As you know, SpaceX is creating new and more rockets and launching them and getting them to come back. So many awesome things happening. But this is about capturing power and generating more of it. We understand that Japanese has also come up with a couple of scientific experiments that seem to be working on how to take the energy that we can capture in space and send it back down to Earth without any connection wires, almost like a Wi-Fi. Now, immediately you would think, well, who would pass through? And if I flew through that on a plane, would I be hurt? As of right now, the data shows no, but that's not 100% set up and it's not out. So we're going to call it theoretical until we see
Proof.
the evidence. Good job, little reporter.
Yeah.
That's right. We're glad to share it with you. We want you to think about it, but we'll wait to see the real world application.
Yeah.
For now, finding how to harvest the energy, store the energy, and then get it back down to Earth is the top priority.
Yep.
If Japan's research proves true, we may be much faster to harnessing that energy than we ever realized. As more and more individuals in the tech world talk about what we're able to do with solar energy, we know we need the power here on Earth.
Yeah.
We understand that in Germany yesterday, there were 75,000 homes cut off of power because a far-left liberal group attacked Germany in the middle of winter and took out 75,000 homes of old people, elderly, children, women. They didn't care. The far left were making their violent protests known in the worst part in the winter when the elderly lose lives because of lack of heat. That's not a protest. That is an attack. We do not believe in that. We stand against that kind of violence.
Yes, we do.
We believe in protesting, and you should voice your opinion, whatever it is, even if we don't agree at all times. Is that right, Addy?
Yes, we do.
We respect your right to express your opinion.
Yes.
We're not here to express our opinion. We're here to bring you the news so that you can have an opinion.
Yep.
And one of the things we're about to talk about here is up for debate.
Up for debate.
We're going to talk about depression.
Depression.
Addy, we haven't really talked much about it. What do you know about depression?
Depression. That word sounds familiar.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it much. We talk a lot of philosophy. We talk. Who's your favorite philosopher?
Plato.
Why is that?
Because he says what he does, and he does what he says the best way possible, and he does it the best way possible, and he backs it up with muscles.
That's right. Now, Addy, do you get a minimum of 20 minutes of sun every day?
Yes.
Do you drink clear, fresh water every day?
Yes, not tap water.
Do you go to bed at a reasonable hour?
Yes.
Yeah, most of the time, right?
Yeah, most
Unless
of
it's
the time.
family funny party night. Right?
Yeah, unless it's like my day off on doing the show, then I stay. Then I can
Then
stay.
you do whatever you want. Stay up late. So you get a little free time, right?
Mhm.
But in general, you don't stay up late. You brush your teeth.
Yep.
You get sun 20 minutes a day.
Yep.
And you drink water.
Yep.
That alone, just being active, that alone is known to cure depression. Okay. For men who have deeper issues, deeper things, we like to work out. We push some weights around. We run with the dogs. Petting a dog, petting an animal is shown to help with depression.
15 to 1 minute.
That's right, Daddy. Just petting a kitty cat or petting your dog for less than 2 minutes will naturally release some drugs and endorphins in here to help you feel better and stave off. Now, those are temporary fixes, and those are also how you build into your day to already set yourself up in a positive environment. We, every morning when we wake up, do we thank God and the management team?
Yes, we do.
Why? What are we thanking them for?
We're thanking them for us being to do our show here.
Sure. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for just being able to breathe and celebrate the opportunities that we have every day. I'm fully aware that some negative things are going to happen and that we're going to have obstacles. But I thank God every morning that I wake up that I have another morning here on earth with my beautiful family and the beautiful people here on our journey, wherever you may be across the world. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
We run a guild called Dads Across the World, and Dad's got dads in there from all across the world, from Nigeria to Russia, all the way over to Australia. Daddy has to play with them at like 4 a.m, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, late night for those guys. Now, the point is that a social network also can stave off depression and increase happiness and joy. We've talked about that. It even slows the cognitive decline. So the reason we say all this and the reason I'm beating around the bush before talking about the cool new sci-fi toy you're all here to listen about is because we need to make sure as journalists, we don't promote something that we don't know all the answers to yet. And we want to make sure that you know about depression, that it hits everyone, it goes through, there's waves, so on and so forth. We were living up north for a while, not getting enough vitamin D, not getting enough sun on some of those times, and we didn't feel our same powerful energy, did we?
Nope.
No, but now that we're down in Florida and we're super sun charged up and we're out there getting it, are we feeling better?
Yeah.
Yeah, our vitamin D levels higher?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But no big deal. So any of you who do move north from the south, you're going to want to make sure your vitamin D stays way up there. Because it will drop a lot.
Drop a lot.
Now, let's talk about some other solutions that technology has brought in. Most of you will think this is sci-fi. Some of you have already known about this, but the sci-fi of the future is now reality.
Whoa.
The first U.S. at-home depression head wins FDA approval. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's hit those two parts first. Addy, what is the name of this device?
Name? Florida? No, wait. Flow FL100.
Flow FL100. Get used to that name. You will be hearing it soon. The
Very
Flow FL100.
Flow FL1.
Now, it is a transactional direct current stimulation. Say those letters for me, Addy.
Does
TDCS. Cooper said say the letters. No, it's not a word. Transactional direct current stimulation. That is TDCS.
TDCS.
It's a new headset. So the TDCS headset is made by Flow Neuroscience. You're going to know that. You're going to hear about these guys. Flow Neuroscience. Now, the FDA clearance came here in December of 2025. So with all the Christmas and holidays, you may have missed that come through. It is for adults ages
8, 18, and older.
18 and older only. You're too young, and I agree with that. No children under the age of 18 should be messing with their heads yet because their heads are already messed up. They're growing. Hormones and everything else, blah, 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 and teachers and schools and peers, they got to grow. We shouldn't be messing with them yet.
I agree.
Now, this part is also very specific. Major depressive disorder, which can be moderate to severe, non-treatment resistant. Now, this does not mean that you're sad for today or that you woke up in a bad mood and you should put your helmet on. We're not trying to tell you to live in a society like this. We want you to be more resilient. We want you to be stronger yourself to resist depression. Is that right?
Yes.
But we do understand lots of things happen outside of your control, and some things happen even with your control that you can't control. And when that takes place, when everything is against you, this may be the solution.
Maybe.
Now, what's the cost, Daddy?
$500/$800.
$500 to $800. That's going to be the projected range for this device. It is developed in Sweden, and we are seeing rechargeable batteries for this to last for years. It includes several pads and expects to go a 3-year shelf life. So when you think about how severe depression is and how many lives we've lost, men leading depression and leading suicides every year, with women in short epidemic rise now, this device could save some of our brothers and sisters. At a price like that, one asks, will the insurance companies be accepting this as a possibility, Addy? Do you know? We talked about it a little bit. They're in negotiations right now.
Yep.
What's negotiations?
Negotiations means, sorry, I misspelled that.
Negotiation.
Negotiation means that they're negotiating. So I say, I'll give you this, and we'll give you something else. Or they'll talk it out and see whichever one wins, that person has to give what they want. I think. Was that right?
That's pretty good. Yeah, you understand that negotiations mean there's a give and take because you know how to negotiate.
Yep.
You're a very good negotiator.
Yep.
Now, that's cool. If we can see some insurance help and cover that for those individuals who do need that, it will be coming with a prescription. This is not something you can just go out and buy because you're in the mood for it. It will need a prescription. So that's healthy. We like that. We like that rule. It means a doctor or a nurse practitioner. We'll see how low the prescription could go for this. Okay. But either a nurse practitioner or a doctor who's received lots of extra additional training, lots of school, and more so than a registered nurse or a basic healthcare provider. And that's important because they know more about, like we just said, other solutions before you turn to pills or technology. Now, the good news, we want to make sure that we celebrate this. The good news is that this has been in use in the UK and in the EU already. They started this in 2019, so you may have heard of this before. The reason we're bringing it to you today is because the USA has now approved with the FDA in December, and we'll start to see the rollout here in Q1. Cost will still come up, but the thing we want to share with you, the most important question we asked first as journalists is, let me see those side effects. Let me see the data. I'm not talking about this on the show unless I've seen data on this.
Yeah, what does it do to the people's brains that might be 18 or older? Does it mess with the brains? Does it go like Robocop and controls them?
Good question. This isn't Neuralink, but it does show over a 75% immediate help and relief of depression from its users. You heard that number correct.
70.
Over 70% of its users in the first
3 days.
weeks.
3 weeks.
In the first 3 weeks of using this device, their depression almost disappeared. Happier, healthier, and enjoying life again.
Nice.
Now, these are individuals. We're not going to talk about some of this stuff. There's no reason to dive into that. But some of the most horrific things you can imagine that someone has to go through makes it tough. This world is not always there at their side, and they don't always have a supporting network around them like you do, little lady. And so because of that, we want them to have what they can have. And technology is here to help. Technology is designed to assist. And it looks like with flow neuroscience, technology is here in 2026. Expect this to be rolled out in Q1 and expect the insurance companies to offer that. With a price under $600, I mean, that sounds amazing. I can't tell you. Knowing friends who have gone through depression, knowing people who have hit that bottom in that depression and how hard they fought to get out of it, and they're on top. This is something that can dramatically change the quality of life for Americans as we know it. For those that are in the most hurting position, for those that are in the most need, this device is going to bring them that relief we all wish they could have. Now, we also want them to use all the other tricks and skills that we know, right?
Yeah.
That's right. We want them to stack it up.
Stack it up.
Stack it up.
Wait, I got an idea.
What's your idea?
First, pet the kitty, hug a tree, take a shower, clean yourself, and if that doesn't work, then you can move the technology in your headset.
It's beautiful, little lady. Those are wonderful tips to have. Whether or not you have depression, those are wonderful tips you should add to your life to add more joy.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yes, we do. And talk to your plants. That's what I do every morning.
Every morning. Daddy read another article this morning proving, I'm glad you brought it up. We'll drop another tidbit on you. Daddy reads no less than 200 articles in the morning. Wake up at 4:45 and we comb through things we think you at home may enjoy. So since Addy brought it up, I will give a little tidbit as we've got a few more minutes on the show. Now, science has learned as of today, according to Greg Owens, let me give my shout out. This is from Greg Owens Corner. I didn't make the sheet, so this is just off of Daddy reading this morning from Greg Owens, hard work.
Okay.
They now know that you don't have to have a brain to remember. They're seeing memory in plants. In the cells of the plants are holding information and data that the plant remembered. What? What? You're saying plants can remember? I don't think I ever learned that in
high school.
Junior high?
Junior high?
They may have taught Daddy that in high school. I was in too many broadcast classes. I skipped some. So here's the thing.
I can see it in your eyes.
Here's the thing. We'll get more on that story tomorrow since Addy brought it up. But they are showing that plants have some memories.
Yep.
And now we know that. We see that how would the plants know, uh-oh, time to go down, time to fruit? Obviously, they have some information being passed to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's who they are.
Oh.
Yes. Yep. You got 2 minutes, little lady. Take the floor.
Get ready. It's gonna blow your minds. Plants, it's been passed down from their DNA, like turtles. Take turtles for a fact. They have a brain. That might confuse it a little bit. DNA from their great, I can go on forever, from the first turtle God created. It's been passed down in their DNA. And the turtles know from their DNA. So do the plants. They have DNA. Well, kind of like blood, but more like their cells.
I'm going to take what you said, Addy, and I'm going to go back and remind all of you at home, every single one of you, that you come from a descendant of warriors, from men and women who survived through the toughest conditions none of us have ever seen. Everyone living in America today, no matter how poor you are, no matter what state you're in, no matter how cruddy your house may look, you are living better than kings have ever lived in the known universe. You have access to a car, no matter how junked or riggedy or broken your car is, you can drive. Do you understand that that's already the future? People were traveling on foot forever. People were traveling on buggies when we invented the wheel. We had horses and carriages, and you still got shot or robbed or couldn't even make it to the town, and you lost a brother or a sister or the wifey or the husband or a kid just to go to town. Now we live in a world where health is readily available. And I get we're complaining because there's stuff to complain about always. We should push harder. But can we please remember, America, that wherever you are, say thank you. Express gratitude. You can go get more. You should fight for more. Absolutely. But first, express gratitude. Let's be thankful for the world that we have. Let's be thankful that we have opportunity to do more. Right?
Right.
I, for one, want to say thank you today. Thank you for tuning in to learn a little bit about the depression and the technology now available thanks to the FDA's approval. You will see that in the market here in Q1. If you know anybody that is interested in that, send them our show, shoot a clip to them so that they can look that information up. We'll have some links down below later today.
Yep.
It is time to get over to that simultaneous sip with Scott. And before we do that, the main reason we're here, the fun reason we're here, please grab your hands and place it over your heart, gentlemen. Ladies.
Kids of all ages.
Any aliens watching?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For all. One tidbit we're going to say, we have a whole minute here before we get to Scott. Had to get your drink ready. We started this show not knowing if Scott was going to be a big fan or loving where we came. Scott pushed us very hard to get a show started. We took way longer than we needed, getting the little lady ready. And then our direction. We decided clearly one nation under God was the direction that we're in. The strength that we have comes from God's gifts to us, and we must use it to help others, just as you must use your strengths to help those in your bubble. But upon changing our show and evolving our show, One Nation Under God, scared we might scare off Scott. Instead, you now see Scott Adams discussing and talking about Christianity. It's pretty funny, as he already knows humans being humans have ridiculed him and teased him and told him he's doing it wrong, like knuckleheads. But yeah. Scott's far too intelligent to allow any of those individuals to really bug him. He has started that journey. And the most important part you need to know is that a leading public figure like Scott Adams, is leading the charge in bringing the nation back to one God under God. One nation under God.
One nation.
What we want to say to you is that that's powerful stuff, and that we thank Scott for having that conversation. We thank all of you for having that conversation. And we thank all of you for not being afraid to be yourselves. Here's to America. Here's to Scott. Simultaneous sip is happening now.
Yep.
Thank you for joining today. God bless. We hope you learned something. We'll see you tomorrow.
Spell daddy
without the Addy. I said you can't spell daddy
without the Addy.
Great job, little girl.
You're welcome.
Love you today.
Love you. God bless America.